know, it must feel like ages since the last time I actually came back to the YouTube game. Well, basically, let's refresh you guys, subscribers, new or returning, or basically new or returning viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. That's right, I'm back. This is not a walkthrough. It's not a playthrough. I just figure I could get straight to it because it's been pretty much a long time. This is going to be a Nidhogg 2 verdict video. Before you say anything, why am I not doing a Nidhogg 2 on the Nidhogg or Nick 2 or Nidhogg 2 verdict on the actual Nidhogg 2 game? That's a very valid point because Nidhogg, well, it disappeared pretty much the week that I've been extremely busy. So all the content that I wanted to focus on, like Chicory, A Colorful Tale, this opportunity, yeah, I didn't get that chance. I've been so extremely busy recently that I just haven't had a chance to focus on that or Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. And there was another game that I was kind of like, I really wanted to focus on too. A little bit of Nidhogg 2, but the multiplayer wasn't, well, let's just face it, nobody was playing the multiplayer. So, here is what's going to happen. Let's just jump right to it. So, Nidhogg 2, because I didn't get the chance to actually focus on it, I figure I do a game that I've done before and just give you the positive negatives like I do every verdict videos, because I think Nidhogg 2 was worth digesting and kind of like describing what I gave it out of 10. So let's start with that, and we're going to talk about video game trailers and that really piqued my interest or I highly enjoyed just for the content it had. Then, after that, the Nidhogg 2 verdict video and the trailers that actually caught my interest, PlayStation, Nintendo specific. Then we're going to focus on the pretty much the schedule going forward of what we're going to be doing. Along with that, we're going to talk about the games that are unfortunately leaving, I think, October 17th. Don't quote me on that, but it's good to be back. Thank you guys for giving me the time away from the YouTube game. It was nice, I gotta admit. It was nice getting it away from the YouTube game. Even I needed a break, but now I'm focused. Let's get started. Alright, Nidhogg 2. Out of 10, 8 out of 10. Here's why. If I had to say, and let's just get this out of the way, if I had to pick between Nidhogg 1 and Nidhogg 2, maybe Nidhogg 2, but if someone literally, I had to have a decision, Nidhogg 1. Nidhogg 1 is because of its fencing concept. It's just so uniquely original. Well, not like the most unique original concept, but it's just the fact that it had such a like a chess battle, like a very intense fence of chess battle, and it was glorious. I like it. I freaking like it. Now, what was the negative on Nidhogg 2? I have to really think about Nidhogg 2, what was the negative, and it was really hard to find a negative with that one, but if I had to find a negative, it's not as challenging as Nidhogg. Nidhogg 1 had a certain balance of difficulty level. It just felt like you earned your kills, you earned your difficulty level, it was absolutely challenging. Sadly, we didn't get to try the multiplayer, so I could actually give you like a very comprehensive review of Nidhogg 1, but we can do what we can if there's no one literally playing Nidhogg 2 in terms of multiplayer. So I can't give you any positive or any negative feedback about that. But yeah, I think it was the difficulty level. I think it just wasn't as strong. It felt maybe just slightly easier than Nidhogg 2. That's really the nitpick that I could find compared to what limited gameplay I could play with Nidhogg 2. Obviously, what I'm talking about the verdict video, this is all going on Nidhogg's playlist. No, there's not going to be any more Nidhogg content, sadly. Yeah, I'm not even getting the game. I'm not buying the game. Even if it came on PlayStation Plus Essential, that's the only reason that Nidhogg would be continuing the playlist. But after this verdict video, we're not doing any more Nidhogg content. but that's okay. I don't think anybody, including myself, was like too invested in it, but that's okay. Positive. The new visual styles that look like it was like a puppet show really helped clean the visuals in a very satisfying way. From pretty much the environments, the character models, when you're customizing your character models, the visual styles is pretty fantastic. Surprisingly. Along with that, the music is still top notch. Thank you, Dadius. If it is still Dadius, I just felt like they had more of like a more of a budget to play with the music. The music was actually pretty banger a few times. I think I preferred the music of Nidhogg 1 slightly, but Nidhogg 2, in terms of music, they really go 100%. That was another positive. The new weapon skills, let's face it, the new weapons are pretty cool. From the short knife, the long broadsword, to the arrow. I used to be a veteran like you, but I took a freaking arrow to the knee. Yeah, I have to make that joke once because of the bow and arrow. But the new weapon assortments are very balanced. It might be a little unfair, especially if you had the broadsword to a bow and arrow, yeah. But I felt like the new weapon assortments that they actually implemented in Nidhogg 2 was actually pretty well done. When you're not having a weapon that's just gonna pretty much do you a disadvantage, like I said, bow and arrow against a broadsword, yeah, the new weapons are a treat indeed. And with the new visual styles, it's actually pretty cool. The new environment, that's kind of with the part of the visual styles too. What was another positive thing about it too? That's pretty much it. It's more Nidhogg, just better visuals, cleaner visuals, new weapons that are actually a treat. You still get your fencing, just new sort of new weapons and new environments that are really enhanced with the new visuals and with top music or top-notch music. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I think that's pretty appropriate for Nidhogg. Yeah, Nidhogg 2. That was pretty short of me, but my first Nidhogg was pretty short too, so I wasn't expecting to do it on Call of Duty of Nidhogg, but here we are. Okay, so let's talk about the new trailers. We're not going to take too much time on that. We're just going to give a score, move on, and then I'll tell you guys my schedule. Okay, on the PlayStation side, the trailers that actually piqued my interest. Star Ocean Second Story, 9 out of 10. Moving on. AK XOLOTL, 9 out of 10. It wasn't part of the State of Play that came out pretty recently, but it caught my interest, and that launch trailer was just, I liked it, I really do. But we're just giving scores. 9 out of 10. Phantom Liberty, Iris Elba, enough said. Iris freaking Elba, enough said. 10 out of 10. Baby Steps, that one pleasantly surprised me. 9 out of 10. Marvel Spider-Man 2, 10 out of 10. Because I'm a Spider-Man fan. Moving on. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes, please give us more content. Please give us more trailers. You gave us a release date. You guys know what you're doing. 10 out of 10. Alright, we're done. Now, moving on to the Nintendo side. I know, I'm actually, what I would do on the video, I'm actually doing it. Okay, on the Nintendo side, Splatoon 3 DLC, which actually pleasantly surprised me. 9 out of 10. That surprised me. Really did surprise me with that trailer. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, again, even though they did that like really early gaming history, like early, like, was that in the 80s they started that? Well, they just do it again. 9 out of 10. Super Mario RPG. Give me more content. Please give us more. 10 out of 10. Another co-reelection. Surprised me? 9 out of 10. Princess Peach Showtime. I never thought I would ever say that, but I actually am looking forward to that. 9 out of 10. Detective Pikachu. Because I'm a detective fanatic. 9 out of 10. WarioWare Move It. I'm embarrassed to say that one actually got a 9 out of 10. Not because of the chicken dance. Oh man. Yeah, y'all know what I mean if you watch that trailer. Anyway, Dave the Diver. 9 out of 10. And last but not least, but it was worth mentioning, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. 10 out of 10. Why? Because Paper Mario Thousand Door is literally kind of the pinnacle of Mario. There are a few Mario games that has earned, like, it is, like, unanimously voted as best Mario game, or it's just, like, by the audience. It is literally the Mario game. I count it as Mario 64, the Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Super Mario the original one. There's just so many Mario games. Mario just can't do wrong. Sad, and yes, I know that Charles, I know I'm going to mispronounce his name, Martinet, he retired as Mario. Woohoo. No, not woohoo. It's sad. But I think, considering he started it since Mario 64, I think that was his first one. Yeah, I think he's earned his retirement. It'll be a sad day when he passes away, but I think, yeah, Charles, you pretty much earned our childhood, and you earned your retirement, dude. And man, what a way to go out after being in the Super Mario movie. Super Mario movie. That's enough said. Okay, so moving on. All right, so here is what is going to be in the schedule, my official schedule. Finally, it feels like ages. We're going to focus on the new games. So, any new games I didn't cover on early September, like the Black Desert, Online, Generation Zero, not Saints Row, the reboot. We gotta finish Saints Row 4 before we go into that. So it'll be two games. The two new games from early this September. And then we're going to be focusing on the games that I didn't get to focus on September 19 on PlayStation Extra and Premium. So we're going to get two videos per new game. And then the major focus over these upcoming weeks because, well, they're leaving, and I think that was a good transition. Good lead-in. Anyway, here are the 16 games leaving PlayStation Plus in October. But you guys already knew this if you've been keeping up with game content like I have. So, Asta Breed. Is that really the name of the title? Clouds and Sheep. Sounds like a sleeping game. Sorry, Clouds and Sheep 2. Oh, I didn't know they made a sequel. Far Cry 4. Enough said, moving on. Far Cry 5. I own it, so what's the loss? Okay, Gal Gunvolt Burst. Isn't that one of those, like, Mega Man, kind of... It's Mega Man, but it's better than that one Mega Man game? You know, that Mega Man game that sucked. I forgot what it was called. Goosebumps game. They made a game? Inside. I own it, so this is not a loss. Limbo. I have it on the 360, but not the PS4. I have to fix that. Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. So you're having the dad and the son, or are you having basically Believe It before he became Shoppuden? I never even seen Shoppuden. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it? But, I mean, come on, after so many filler episodes. Nope, I'm rambling. Time to move on. The Crew 1. The crappy Crew. The Crew 2 is better. This is no loss. The Medium. Now that is a loss. That's the game I actually want to focus on. The Quarry. That's also a loss. That's the game I actually want to focus on. So this gives me legit opportunity to focus on those games before they leave. And it's a horror game, and it's basically a quad and dream game. Sorry, it's Supermassive Games, but it's basically Heavy Rain, but it's an 80s horror camp. I love it. Yes. Okay, but luckily I can focus on those. So those are the two games after I finish the two new games. Get caught up on that. Those are the two games I'm going to be focused on. And you know what? I think that's pretty sweet. And then Torgo. Okay? Yakuza 3 through 5. Man, PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium do not like the Yakuza series. Maybe it's because they're making room for more Yakuza games, but I low-key respect the Yakuza series. Of course, I have Yakuza 0 all the way through 7. Not the new ones, obviously. But this is no loss because I own 3 through 5. I pretty much own 0 through 7. So, and fingers crossed, if we finish the Quarry and the Medium in a reasonable amount of time, then we're going to go back to my original schedule, pretty much doing one video each alphabetical order of the games I currently own in my collection. Okay, so this might have been a lengthy video, but this is called I'm Getting Back to the Swing of Things, and I'm trying to get back to my YouTubing streaming. So there will be more context. So, of course, leave that like, comment, or subscribe. As you already know, I did like a while ago. And welcome back. Also, this is going to be in 1080p because it doesn't make sense to put this in 4K because I'm just giving a verdict video and my thoughts and impressions. Okay, so have a good afternoon. We'll be back after these short commercial breaks.